We all know that in today's current economic environment, the cost of living is rising across the board, across all states with inflation and higher interest rates. In order to get into housing, it's becoming a lot more expensive. So today we're going to focus on Chattanooga, the cost of living in Chattanooga in 2023 from a local's perspective. Stick around. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Evan Barron, and on this channel we go over all things Chattanooga, what it's like to live, eat, sleep, play, and work. And I am a licensed realtor, so if you guys are looking to move to Chattanooga or anywhere in Tennessee, feel free to contact me in any of the ways down below, and I will be happy to help. Let's get on with the video. Starting off this video with the greatest cost to most individuals and most families is housing. So the average home here in Chattanooga right now is at $352,000, and with that, you're gonna be spending around $192 per square foot. Now this is all going to depend on the area in Chattanooga, but at that price point per square foot, you have a good idea of what you're going to be paying or what is a fair price. We are seeing a 6.5% appreciation year over year, despite the higher interest rates, which is interesting. So in Tennessee as a state, the average home price is at $384,000, and we are seeing a 0.8% appreciation year over year, whereas in the United States, the average home price is a little over $425,000, and right now we are seeing a 0% increase in appreciation year over year. In Knoxville, the average home price is $330,000. In Nashville, it is $448,320, and in Johnson City, it's a little under $300,000. So if you go to bestplaces.net, it's really cool because they have a calculator in there where you can plug in your current city, and then you can plug in the city that you want to move to, and you can find the value of your current dollar in the current city that you live in and how far that dollar can go in the new city. So for example, if you are living in Los Angeles, California, and you're making $100,000, in order to live the same exact lifestyle that you were living in LA, you'd only need to be making around $61,000 in Chattanooga. In Phoenix, with a $100,000 salary, you'd only need to be making around $79,000 in Chattanooga. And in Tampa, Florida, if you were making $100,000, you'd only need to be making around $83,000 in order to live that same type of lifestyle. Now, if we take the cost of living as a whole and the US average equals 100, Chattanooga falls at 86.4. And that takes into account many things, including health, utilities, housing, rent, transportation. All things considered, the US average 100. Now, if we compare those values to the cities that we just described, in LA, we're talking a 141.2 versus US average of 100. Now compared to Chattanooga, remember Chattanooga is at 86.5, LA is at 141.2. In Phoenix, you're at 108.7, and in Tampa, you're at 103.7. So not only is Chattanooga as a whole 13.5 points below the US average, it is significantly cheaper to live here if you're moving from one of those major cities described. Now let's talk about rental prices here in Chattanooga. I will say that Chattanooga is a great place for investors. It's a great place for landlords because rental prices are kind of sky high. For just a 1,000 square foot apartment, you're gonna be paying around $1,400 or more. If you want a house with 2 or more bedrooms, in my experience, you're gonna be paying $2,000 plus. So we're gonna go down a list of different categories, and we're gonna compare these categories, the cost of living in Chattanooga, to the entire United States. And the number that's going to represent the average of the United States as a whole is 100. Now overall, we've already mentioned this, but Chattanooga sits at 86.5. In the grocery category, Chattanooga sits at 97, and Tennessee as a whole sits at 95.4. So Chattanooga is a little bit more expensive than Tennessee as a whole. When it comes to health, Chattanooga sits at 100.1. Tennessee as a whole sits at 100.4. And again, the US average is 100. Your health costs are going to be similar to a lot of other places in the United States. Now, when it comes to utilities, electric, water, cable, Wi-Fi, Chattanooga sits at 95 and Tennessee is at 96.7. Now, when it comes to transportation, Chattanooga actually has a value of 80.9. And I think the reason why it's so low is one, gas prices are cheaper than the overall US average. And two, there's just not a lot of options for public transportation here. We do have a bus system, but there's nothing crazy. There's no crazy infrastructure here for public transportation. I think that's why the value is a little bit lower. People just aren't spending a lot of money here on transportation. So we see here that not only is Chattanooga cheaper than the national average, it is also cheaper than the average in all of Tennessee as well. We all know that taxes are a pain and they can become a huge expense. The reason why Tennessee is very attractive to people is because of the low taxes. We don't have a state income tax. We do have a sales tax, but we do not have a state income tax. But what that means is you usually save a little bit on your taxes. You're not going to be paying that much in property taxes as well. The current tax rate is 2.25 per $100 of assessed value. The way that you calculate your assessed value is you multiply your appraised value by 0.25, and that gives you your assessed value. After you get your assessed value, you divide that by 100, and then you multiply that by 2.25. and then you get your property tax. So for example, if we have a $500,000 home, in order to calculate that property tax, we take $500,000, we multiply that by 0.25, and that'll give us $125,000. We then take that $125,000, we divide it by 100, and we multiply it by the tax rate of 2.25, and that gives us our property tax, which equals $2,812. Now, if you live on a property within Chattanooga city limits, you're gonna be paying the county tax, and you're also gonna be paying the city tax. So it's gonna be a little bit more, but still not crazy. That is the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment down below if I missed anything. And again, guys, I am a licensed realtor, so if you are looking to move to Chattanooga or anywhere here in Tennessee, feel free to contact me in any of the ways down below, and I will be happy to help you with any of your real estate needs. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.